Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Pathologic 3, maybe the last one, not yet sure. So, last episode I managed to kill the Shabnak and uh, made it so the contagion and the unrests are above 100. This way I am now able to move to day 12. But yeah, I am not going to do that yet because I haven't finished I did not have time to finish the quest related to the polyhedron. I want to save the polyhedron and cure the plague at the same time. It's easier to just take down the polyhedron. So if you plan to do that, you don't really need to do this very time-consuming step.
I could use some quiet. So I'm going back to the cemetery where Farkad was buried. Elusive Farkad, enigmatic Farkad. It seems you're the only one left with answers to my questions. But you're dead. Who killed you? The Keynes? No, I didn't kill you. You're answering me. A monument. Here lies Farkad, the most stubborn of architects, from his inconsolable colleagues P at A Gemini. Tell me, Farkad, who killed you? I'm afraid that stays between the one that struck and the one that fell. Too intimate, not something you say aloud. It's indecent. Wait, what? Who said that? You came to speak with the tombstone and you're surprised it answers. A funny man, truly. I know you went down into the tunnels between the town. I need a map of them badly. Why? That map can save the town. You're not trying to save the town, you're trying to save the Polydron, the work of my sworn rivals. There's a certain irony in that. I could take offense and refuse, but that's taught me restraint. I haven't held anything against the Stamatins in a long time. Will you help me? You'll find the tunnel map in my study. You can reach it from the Stillwater, and the key is the moat in the Stillwater's eye. Go. I live in the Stillwater. There's no eye there. Everything's got an eye, even this grave. See? It's shaped like one. Okay. I already went through this dialogue, so I knew that the caretaker is the one that talks to me. Good, I'm glad you can see it, even though this time it's different. It does look like an eye in another telling of this story. In every telling, Farkad's grave changes. So it's the grave talking, so it's not the grave talking, it's you hiding behind it and muttering, why the charade? You wanted to speak with Farkad, didn't you? Farkad is absent. When he was alive, he let me speak in his name whenever he was absent. So I speak. I remember some of what he knew.
So you know where Farkas study is and where the key is? I'm the cathedral caretaker, not the Stillwaters. I have access to Farkas' memory, but not to his study. A dead man's memory is a delicate and brittle matter. When I think of the key, I see images, an eye and a mouth within it. The Stillwater's eye. Find it and you'll find the key. I need to ask Eva. She's lived in the Stillwater for years. She should know where its eye is. Alright, I already know where the key is. It's in the pool. It's in the pool where Eva stays, and the room with the piano.
Boiling, cracking, screeching, living.
Alright.
Стыда нет.
This is the key, and this is Farkad's study. And this is where the map is, inside this clock. Now that I have the map, I have to give it to Yulia Yuricheva.
When I secluded myself in silence, the world around me got louder.
While you were away, I went through my archives from the last 7 years. 5 times the ground gave way where every drawing and calculation insisted there was solid rock, and every time the Olginskis claimed the collapsed territory at once. Now you can match those spots to the tunnel map here. I can't believe I'm holding this map in my hands. If only Farkas had shown it to me back then, maybe I would have dropped everything and left, or maybe I would have been killed alongside him. I'm devoting this entire night to calculations. Come back tomorrow morning. Do you think there is hope? Will this map help? Engineers learned long ago how to redirect rivers, even underground ones, but a river can't simply vanish. It must be turned, and turned safely into a new course. At first glance, the tunnel network under the town appears quite chaotic. I need time to find the weak points and see whether it's truly possible to drain that ill-fated tunnel beneath the polytron.
Yes, I'd like to resolve this without too much bloodshed. Forgive the pun. Alright. Forecast maps are a masterpiece. Yulia will need a night for calculations, and tomorrow we'll understand how to save the town. Alright, so I finished this one, and now I think I am ready for day 12. Let me see. Yeah, so now I can reset the day from any clock in town, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Move to day 12.
Those who reported you wished you well.
How do you think this will all end, Bachelor? What a question. I thought you had my fate firmly in your hands. Imagine you are the main character of this event, but you're not even on the second page of the report. History will hardly mention you at all. What difference does it make? And you're truly not ashamed in the slightest. I'm genuinely curious why you've latched into me so tightly. I'm I'm your conscience, since no other could be found. You weren't interested in the truth. You invented accusations and pressed down on me, hoping I'd break and nod like a puppet. If I'd been within your reach, you'd have shut down both the case and Tanatica long ago. Is that justice? Justice will be whatever we designate as such. You won't designate anything. Let's say I'm not a queen. Let's say I'm a bishop. But you're not. You're nothing but a pawn. And if I don't leave this room, if you crush Tanatica, that will still be taking a piece. But if you don't leave this room, they'll simply replace you with another just like you, another round-headed one. Posture all you like, but we both know you're saying this to yourself. Just admit it, Inspector. This entire situation has long since spiraled out of your control, just as it has for Bachelor Dankovsky. Exactly, I'll finish my story, and I'll make you learn the truth. Which could be the first day depending on the perspective. End of the story. Dependencies. Time to say goodbye. Okay, we have quite a few objectives. Many of my decisions in the past, my successes and failures, my knowledge and ignorance, all can affect the outcome. My chance to enter the polyodrome. Perhaps today luck will smile upon me. The judge said that the facets would open for me only at the very end. Every part of the town invariably seeks to destroy another. Without Simon, they cannot coexist. Yulia and I came close to a solution. It is possible to stop the plague without sacrificing anything after all. Time to say goodbye, my friends, enemies, subordinates, rulers of the town, or homeless children. The plague changed the fates of remarkable townsfolk. There remained the fates of people I did not learn. Oh, and there's no plague? No one is writing. Okay, so I have to speak to all these people. The first one is Eva, I believe.
My path was called Canary in a Gold Mine.
I don't know what to
There
tell
is no
you
death.
at the
I
end.
knew it intuitively.
All our important
I didn't need
words
to
have
enunciate
already
this
been
path
told.
to walk it.
What happens if I don't save the polyodrome? It will fall, and there will be a sound like someone's spine snapping. No, I meant what happens to you. I'll mourn Simon and his children, and I'll spend my whole life rewriting their notes, I suppose. I can't build anything myself. I'll try to latch on to someone who can. Maybe I'll go beyond the river. But more likely I'll keep sitting by the window watching for something that isn't there. I'm leaving. Do you want to come with me? No. Just no, no explanation? Yes. Of everyone this town has put me through, you're the most important. Same goes for you. That's why I don't want to talk anymore. Would you really care how I'll choose stockings or how I'll look for friends later when the pest is over and you're gone? That will be a different me. The one I am now only wants to remember your face. I've been a selfish lodger, I'm sorry. You don't even know what you're like. You're not a man, you're a knife. Every step you took cut straight through this town. I didn't watch you work, but I listened often. Even your handwriting is a knife. Every decision cutting away what isn't needed. And you always stood up so sharply as if you were about to run, even when you were only going to sleep. And you ever are human, exactly the kind worth defeating death for. We'll never see each other again. Farewell, Daniel. Farewell. Alright. Let's move on. Oh. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, Yakov Little died. Yeah. Oh, doctor, just don't send him away. He'll linger a little while, then he'll go back to work. No, go, just go. What work is there now? Your little shadow, stay as long as your heart desires. He liked it there in Stillwater. You know, he even envied the other assistants of it. Being here with you, just a little, not in earnest. He wouldn't have traded the hospital for anything. Such a responsibility. I know, Shadow, I know. I'm speaking to you now, not to him, because he was faithful to the hospital, literally to the very grave. He doesn't regret a thing. You know how he saw it? There are great people who soar in the heavens and perform unheard of feats, but someone has to stand on the ground while they soar, doesn't one? Mind the trifles. He only worried he wouldn't even do for you when it came to trifles. I was very lucky to have him. I'll always remember how lucky. Alright. Hello, Daniel. Did you sleep well on your last day? Do you think I'm going to die today? I don't think I slept at all. I can't remember that last time I slept properly. I didn't sleep tonight either. Tell me, is it true? I hear they are going to tear down the Polytron, but that cannot be. The Oni architect's work is too important, and it's all bound together. It cannot be destroyed. I thought Farkad and the Stamatins quarreled over that, didn't they? They built upward and he built outward. Quarrels are nothing next to barbarism. Farkad was not given to gloating. He respected the Stamatins' work despite their differences. Unfortunately, the town is doomed, but the Polydron might still hold. Unfortunately, there's no stopping the plague otherwise, only tearing down the Polydron will save the town. And you can say that? Daniel, I'm truly in league with those barbarians. I confess I did not expect it of you. Maybe that's a law of sorts. A medical can't live alongside ordinary people's well-being. For the first time, I cannot tell how Farkad would have taken it. He created for people. He created for eternity. Eternity and people must not be set against one another. You must be carrying the hardest decision of all, Daniel. It can still be turned another way. I'm sure it can.
My path was called the Clacker. I'm sick of staging the same play again and again. I'd rather sit in with the audience.
One writer friend of mine likes to say that all of world culture can be reduced to 4 basic plots: the quest, the return, the siege of a city, and, can you guess the fourth? About a magical tower that must be torn down. Close. The fourth plot is the story of a god's suicide. What are you talking about, Mark? Why, judge for yourself. You came to this town in search of an immortal. Plot 1. Yet for days now you've thought of nothing but going back. Plot 2. The city has been seized and you are fighting the plague that has conquered it. Plot 3. And where does the god's suicide come into this? Today the fate of the Polyhedron will be decided. They want to demolish it. Which plot is that? Now that, Doctor, is the right question. I hope you find the answer before the curtain falls. With all my heart, I wish you good luck, my dear friend. Simon, you mean him, don't you? The fourth plot, that's him? Do you truly expect an answer? I'm a director, not a prompter. Giving hints isn't my job. Provoking is. I like you, Mark. I always said, pity you don't care for cinema.
It was quiet in Thanatica.
Alright. So now I'm looking for loot. Is there any loot here? No. Okay. Alright. Okay, there are fates unknown at the bridge square. Okay, I'm going here last. Okay. I'm going to the... oh. Going to the hospital. Quickly.
Stop staring at me.
Oh, it's locked.
Push over.
That's weird. Okay. What I'm looking actually are chests. As many as possible. Okay, the hospital, this is no longer the hospital, this is the theater.
Every creak, like a gunshot.
Right. Going to the town hall now. Okay, there's a chest here. Thank you. All right. Let's see who's here.
If only we had a
Notkin.
trolley, we'd ride it down the rails away from this place.
The leader of the Health and the Soul gang. Is that you, Doctor? Don't stick your nose in at the warehouses. It's a real blaze there right now, but we're winning. Who are you winning against? Grease Punch, that's who, hiding the little devils. We'll run, drive them off soon, and the warehouses will be ours. You're an optimist. Why do you even need our warehouses? Do you think the town will hold? Tomorrow it might not exist at all. If we're here, the town will be too. They'll tear down the tower soon, and everything will go smooth as butter. So you're happy they're going to tear it down? I've been there. I walked the fastest myself. I know for sure it's all tricks. I've been telling everyone for ages, every misfortune comes from the tower, and did anyone listen? They should have listened right away instead of standing there with their ears flapping. You've been inside the tower and it didn't bewitch you like the rest? Astonishing. And I don't like being bewitched, lolled, throwing dust in my eyes. That's so I won't see the truth. You correct injustice in real life, right here, not in invented facets and imaginary worlds. I hope you'll be able to correct many injustices. Good luck, Notkin.
Just take care of people.
Capella. I acknowledge
That's
your
what Mother
merits as
used
a
to
ruler
say.
of children, Caspar.
Those who protect others will walk a path of freedom.
But the adult world needs more than bravado and fairy tales to recognize you. If you don't want the adult world to drain you dry, you'll have to change, learn its ways.
When the cat's away,
And
the
when did
mice
you
will
manage to
play.
change, Capella? You used to be colorful and fragile, like that stained glass window in the cathedral. Still remember that I was the one who shattered it, and it would be better if you called me Victoria instead. Daniil Dankovsky, greetings. I'm glad you came. You should be among the first to know. Victoria and I are going to get married. The Keynes and the Olgimskis will become one family. Are you sure this is the right time? For the future, the Polydron, the Bull Enterprise, those were just monstrous utopian engines. Factories that routinely ground people into ideas. We will build a world where human bones are not crushed for the sake of lofty worlds. Commendable, but is marriage really necessary to achieve that? Our families have been pulling the city in opposite directions for years. This has to end. Blood and enmity rule wherever people are divided by ideas, by surnames. To break the cycle of blood, we must become one family. But you're still children. When it comes to family, age doesn't matter. What matters is the deed, the sacrifice. Will you come to our wedding? Of course I will.
Might.
Why are you bachelor
Makes
talking
right.
to me? If you need something, go to her. To her. My daughter's the one running everything now. She's the head of the family now. And you, Vlad, what you're going to do now? I'll be proud of her. I will. I'll step aside. I've had enough. I'm old already. The world should be handed to the young, lives in them. And what about Vlad the younger? Poor boy, it's my fault. Didn't keep an eye on him, the old fool. But it won't be that way with Victoria. Oh, it won't. All my heart's in her now. Looks like the town's fate doesn't worry you anymore. Maybe that's right. Nothing's going to change now. Alright. That was it. What's next? Oh, this is the town hall. This for the Olgimskis.
Once Dankovsky. Now 1,000 fragments of Dankovsky.
Okay, another chest here. Thank you. All right. I want to trade Okay, what do we have here? I will need this. I will need this. And I will need this definitely. That's 18. There you go. All right. Now I'm going back. Okay, the exit is here. Okay, then I'm going to backbone, join, tunnels, headquarters, factory, cemetery, and train station. And then the last one will be the bridge square.
I could use some quiet.
Another chest here. And another one here. All right. Okay, Lara Rabel. He stood right here, the bloody general. She came to make him pay for what he'd done to her father. She didn't even know before that she'd been living for this. Forgive me, Lara. I wanted to save you. I truly tried, but it was either you or the whole town. You did everything right. If the choice was her life or the town's, Lara wouldn't have hesitated for a second. She always chose people, except for that one time. She holds nothing against the doctor. I hope she's found peace, at least in death. Alright, so this was Lara Rabel. Oh. No one here. Locked. Alright. Alright, that was it. Alright. Let's go to the left.
Never alone. Things everywhere.
Alright. I'm going to drink a potion.
When I secluded myself in silence,
Only hours left,
the
only
world around
hours.
me got louder.
Julia, did you study the map of the underground tunnels inside and out? Turns out I haven't slept in over a day now. And? Alas, Dankovsky, the map is to be believed. Diverting the blood from beneath the polydron won't work after all. If it stood even 300, 500 meters to the west, we might have risked it, but alas. I had such hope. I spent all night looking for options. An artificial barrier in the path of the blood river would redirect the blood straight into the Gorgon, and that would be even worse. Explosive work to alter several nearby tunnels at once has every chance of collapsing half the town underground. But the map is incomplete. Farka didn't finish it. There are blank spots. And those spots, by all appearances, are located in the most inaccessible places. Even taking just a purely material, physical aspect of an expedition to clarify the blank spots, how much time would it take? How many people would die of plague? And the king would actively oppose such an expedition. I got carried away with hope yesterday myself, but Farkad's map confirms it. The polydron is pumping blood from underground, and therefore the sand plague as well. The road's location is fatally unfortunate. Right now, the only chance for the town is to demolish the entire structure. Then so be it. I wanted a compromise so badly, one where both the town and the polydron survive, that this morning I asked an old acquaintance of mine to double-check my calculations. She's not an engineer, but uniquely talented with numbers. Her verdict was exactly the same. Who is she? Do I know her? I don't know. I don't think so, though anything is possible. I once worked with her a little in the capital. She's still here, in the room with the model, studying my old urban planning materials. I think she wouldn't mind speaking with you personally. I suppose I'll speak with her. Alright, so we can't save... okay, this is Aglaya, the Inquisitor. So I can't save the polydron, and it's impossible to save the polydron in the first playthrough, but it is possible on the second playthrough.
Only a fool would cut the Gordian knot. It ought to be vivisected.
I mean, you can save the polydron, but then the town will be obliterated. Good afternoon, Bachelor Dankovsky. Yesterday we left much unsaid. Exactly so, and today there's no time for pleasantries. Let's get straight to the point. I've definitely clarified the causes of the sand plague epidemic. 1. Rivers of bull's blood beneath the town, an ideal breeding ground for the bacterium. 2. The polydron stake, which has pierced through to such a river and is pumping blood to the surface. I only fully figured it out myself yesterday. This puzzle wasn't simple, but simple ones don't stoke the thrill. I managed to have a conversation about the polydron with its creator on the second day, our mutual second day in this town. What? But on the second day, practically no one knew about the plague yet. First of all, that's not true. Ordinary townspeople who witnessed the first outbreak were whispering arguments about the condition of the walls of the late Isidore Burak's house. Second, I didn't say Peter Stamatin and I talked about the plague. We talked about the polydron. Peter doesn't like talking about it. Did you force him? Whether he likes it or not is one question, but every creator constantly argues with himself about his creation. Helping that argument come to the surface isn't so difficult. So you question him completely unrelated to the plague? You won't argue that the polydron is the most remarkable object in this town in every sense, will you? It pierces the landscape so dramatically that it's impossible not to be interested in it. Especially since I was aware of the focus concept and rumors that the polydron was built precisely as a focus. And what? Did you figure out focus as well? To some extent, at least that same day I visited Simon's study. I confirmed focus. I wanted to understand in sensory terms what it meant. A curious development, even brilliant, but still more to Karminski's taste. Though perhaps I missed something. After all, with the epidemic's arrival I had to switch to more practical tasks. But how did you learn about the tunnels with infected blood under the town? Also from Burak? After all, you're the one who told me to come to the shelter yesterday evening. Yes, and as you can see, I wanted to share it with you. Artemi, Burak, and I Met early on. I was interested in a man accused of murdering the best local doctor, who was also his own father. We found common ground, an unexpected alliance. He's a man of rare intellect and, more importantly, rare principles. His worldview, stitched together from scraps of different cultures, impressed me. Artemi told me about certain kin customs. Ultimately, those conversations led both of us to think that the plague solution should be sought somewhere beneath the abattoir. I thought Burak kept his sacred kin secrets from outsiders. Have I satisfied your curiosity regarding my sources of information? Can we move on to the essence? To the Polyhedron's fate? I was curious what words you'd use to formulate that essence for yourself. I received my answer. In any case, all fates are already decided. General Block insists that we must put an end to this today. His artillery is ready. Half an hour ago, I already sent him my order on where to aim. But you're in an unofficial capacity. Though Karminsky is dead, presumably that means his duties pass to another Inquisitor? Exactly so. Block doesn't want to, and doesn't have the right to, make such a serious decision independently. Karminsky's death nearly backed Block into a corner. His shaky position doesn't allow him to take on such a responsibility. My position is also shaky, but I'm willing to take the risk. I see. Has Block responded to you? Is he ready to carry out your order? Today in the cathedral there will be a discussion of the final details. It's a formality, but if you want, you can drop by. I'll write you a pass if I can find some scrap of paper Yuricheva doesn't need. However, you still haven't asked what decision was made, because it's obvious. Yes, it's obvious. General Block artillery will demolish the Polyhedron today. I'm infinitely sorry, but it's the only way out. One way or another, the decision is made and sent to General Block 35 minutes ago, in 3 copies in case the messengers have difficulties. The evidence I've gathered is sufficient for demolition. Aren't you sorry about the Polyhedron? Not even a little. No, I respect its concept, its filigree execution, but no more than that. Don't take this as a religious statement, but the Polyhedron is best described by the words false idol. People killed and died for it, lost their minds and their own dignity, and it brought them only the deadly disease. Yes, that's exactly right. Dankovsky, do you want to pass to the cathedral? I'd be glad if you agreed to share my triumph. You gave the town a chance to live to see this day. I stand on your shoulders. And not now, but still think about future cooperation with the Inquisition. People like you are needed in the service. I'll come to the cathedral. Thank you. I'm not ready to discuss the future right now. Let the present finish first. Excellent. With your permission, I'd like to end our conversation. I need to rest a bit. Surely, among the townspeople, you'll find many other conversation partners. Everyone today is frozen in anticipation of the denouement. Until we meet again. See you at the cathedral. Alright. And this guy is Aaron. Oh, the guy who betrayed me. The assistant. When I first heard that the doctor from the capital had been put in charge of the emergency command, I was full of hope. I do understand we're hopelessly provincial, that we need guidance, but you can't even govern yourself, and you've only read about responsibility and duty in books. Alas. What are you doing here, Helen? None of your business. I haven't owed you an account for a long time. And who do you owe one to? Who are you secretary to now? You change masters more often than they change tablecloths in capital restaurants. No, doctor, all this time I've been loyal to my master. Your mistake is that you assumed the master was you. I never served you, and I never served Karminsky. So you are spying on me? I'll repeat myself. I served my master, and I wanted to help the town too. It's a pity our wishes didn't align. So who's your real master? Aglaya or Gimsky? Your gravestone read he never understood a thing. Go to hell, Heron. Huh. Alright. Alright, what's next? Let's go to the tenors.
Misophonia, Dankovsky.
Oh, it's right here. Oh, this is where Katerina and Alexandra live. Okay, this is Katerina, I save her.
My path was called the humble.
Why did you bring the light with you?
I wanted to understand pain,
Put
to
it away,
accept
stop
a
shining
world where
on me.
it is
I
so
beg you, it hurts enough as it
abundant.
is. What are you talking
But the
about?
steppe
I
kept
bear no
piercing
light.
gaze on me.
But how? Forgive me. I thought that... Never mind, I've had migraines lately. Bright lights set them off. Alexander said the polytron will be down today. Is that true? It is. But you won't allow it, will you? That must not happen. What makes you think that is within my power? If there is still even a spark of the mistress's power left in me, then I know this. The polytron is a miracle and it must not be destroyed. If it is gone, that is a sentence for a soul. To live in a world without miracles. Can there be a fate more dreadful? I fear the polytron is the cause of the plague. If it is not torn down, everyone will die. Why are you shining light in my face again? Do you enjoy tormenting me? Trying to blind me, are you? I assure you, Katerina, there is no light here. Alright. Alexander.
You can't look straight at the sun or at
Thank you,
death
Dankovsky.
without
You've shown me
flinching.
by your own
Whose
example
saying
what
was
this
that?
town needs. A head on one's shoulders, an iron hand. Perhaps you haven't noticed it yourself, but now no one in this town has taken power so decisively in a long while. The Keynes believe too much that the people's respect must rise to them from below like steam. The Olkinskis believe their authority unshakable, eternal, and therefore needing no holding. And as for me, and you loosened your grip. I thought the people didn't love me, or rather didn't respect me, and I was of course right. What I failed to see was that it shouldn't matter. You, Dankovsky, never noticed when you were adored and when you were hated. You took the town like clay and shaped it into what was needed. Thank you. You saved me from death and from doubt. A different life will begin here now. What do you think of the polytron? All these years it irritated me. A hollow glass trinket, money poured into it, lives ruined for it, years laid down for it, an ornament utterly disproportionate to the labor spent. But now, when it's doomed, I pity it a little. It's beautiful after all. A shame they'll tear it down. The polytron is just a trinket. I can see you believe that, and unlike the Keynes, you won't go chasing the next mad notion. Grief over loss is the inevitable companion of any man who sticks his nose beyond his own plate. Perhaps you ought to speak of it with Katerina. You misunderstood me. I won't allow. You know what? Never mind. All right. What's next? Next is the headquarters.
Tired of this noise.
Oh. Should be here somewhere.
Vibrant. Everything's so vibrant.
No, it's this house. Oh, who is this guy? Oyun. This is his place. Here he shed blood. Here his blood was shed. Why does Oyun keep getting drawn back to Isidor's house even after that? Oyun wanted to help. He was always loyal to his master. Who was his master? Isidor? Oyun served the king. He could have herded bulls in the steppe, but he chose to cut them up in the abattoir. He took the filthiest tasks, and he was ready to be reviled. Then Field found him and spilled his own blood. Who killed him? How did Oyun die? Know only this, senor. Oyun deserved it. He knew his blood would be spilled. It was necessary. I never understood you steppe guys. Okay, so this guy died, unfortunately. Someone killed him. I guess he couldn't be saved anyway. Alright, let's go to the next district factory. Oh, this is where the pub is. I'm not sure we're going to find everyone alive here. Maybe we will.
The town dribbles.
Where am I going? So it's here. It's right here. Alright. Oh. Oh. Both brothers are alive.
Drink with me.
Glass breaks easily. It's transparent. Building with it is absurd, so it's the only thing worth building it with. What isn't fragile shouldn't exist. If you build from glass, anyone can smash your masterpiece with a rock. But there will come a day when rocks will start breaking against glass. They're tearing the polydron down. Its fate is decided today. Glass breaks easily, do you understand? It breaks forever. I don't understand actually. Is it hope or desperation talking? Andrei says that it can't end like this, that no matter how heavy a missile shells the polydron, it will hold. For all that is fragile and lofty should be stronger than the heavy and brutal. You're architects, you work with physical materials, sure you understand that I will not hold on a shelling. I think the rose is vulnerable and defenseless like a blind man on a front line. It will not hold, not because it's imperfect, but because the world is, and no one will protect her. No one, none of you. All of you are empty and indifferent vermin. You'll be better off without the burden of your masterpiece. The obsession clouds your future.
Just stay away from me this time of year.
Dankovsky,
Come to think of it, keep your hands off anything here.
Sit down, have a drink with us. I even mixed a cocktail for the occasion. Karminsky's throat, secret recipe. Drink carefully, there's a shard of mirror in the glass. It's part of the recipe. Yeah, is that tomato juice? Maybe. Drink up, drink up. They'll be hunting you, Andrei. You're the Inquisition's top target now. Let them come. This time I've got a knife handy. I'll slit every throat. You tried to save your and Peter's creation from the Inquisitor, but it was all for nothing. The Polytron's fate will be decided today. They want to tear it down. What? Why? Looks like it caused the plague. The spike of the Polytron's base pierced one of the underground rivers beneath the town. The river brought the infection up from the cattle burial pits. Did you read this in Farkas' journals? Like they can be trusted. Whatever happened here, the Polydron bears no guilt. And secondly, they wouldn't dare. It reaches too deep into the earth. Your creation has killed thousands, and I would kill tens of thousands to see it stand. Your point? What will you do if it is torn down? I'll crucify whoever did it. I'll call it ascended filth, and pave the foundation of the installation with the bodies of those who could and failed to stop this, and no army in the world will stop me. It's exactly a whole army you'd have to defeat. Oh, an
I
angel.
used to sing every day.
Yeah,
At dusk.
it was me. Me. What are you staring at? It doesn't matter now, so I'll admit it. I was the one trying to kill you. So that was you on the 8th day in the abandoned house? Why? When the Inquisitor arrived, everyone learned you were working for him, and the clever ones understood at once. He's above all the poking through dirty laundry himself. He's asking you about our sins. I've got a sin or two of my own. Who doesn't? So I thought almost everyone in this town hates you. If you turned up that in some abandoned house, nobody would even blink, not even your Inquisitor. Reports of my loyalty to Garminsky are greatly exaggerated, but I suppose I see your reasoning. That's probably exactly what he was after. Doesn't matter now anyway. Whatever was will burn on the funeral pyre. We'll all drop here without distinction. The righteous and the guilty, the clever and the fools. But at least before we die, we'll get a real show, watching that squiggle come crashing down out of the sky. You don't pity the polyhedron at all? I don't even pity the living. Why would I pity some dead rebar? Maybe I'm afraid to die, and it's unfair, but this way at least I get to go out with a bang, you see? Maybe I do. Being part of a great catastrophe isn't the same as simply vanishing. Alright. Finished with the pub.
You're too high strung.
Okay. Three NPCs to talk to here. Grace, the girl who can talk to the dead. Tell him not to touch my dead. I can tell by your eyes. You see him, and he can't pretend in front of you. Tell him. Do you think I can command him? The prophet doesn't listen to anyone. Right, prophet. Why are you staring at human? Not a dewdrop in my mouth for days. Now, not a morsel of fate. Hear what that rumble? That's my belly, my hunger, groaning from the depths. Why are you sitting by a grave? Because I hunger. The grave is empty because my stomach is empty. Starve me and you'll have empty graves upon graves, and whoever sleeps will be my meal. Is there some way to feed you without sacrifice? What a blunted chisel you are, human. You can't understand anything on your own. You can't puzzle a single thing out. You could have fed me yesterday, but now it's too late. Now you're doomed. And the town too. A hungry prophet is worse than a plague. Mark that. I can bring you some dried bread, want it? I don't eat your vile mortal food. I feed on fates and dreams. You've got a whole town of afraid of fates right in front of you. Feast, rejoice.
People lie all the time. They're frightened of sincerity.
I'm back
It's
at
like
the
going
cemetery
outside
again,
naked.
back to my old circles, back to my circles. I walk and walk in circles. So you were born here? I don't know. I opened my eyes here, and where I was born, I don't know. Maybe I'm 2,000 years old. Who's to say? Well, you've kept well. Well, you haven't. Latched into the polyhedron like a calf on its mother teeth, and can't let go. A grown man and still at it, like an infant. What are you going to do now? Step into the stage and fix everything you broke. I know how, and my hands are free now, and I only need a will. Well, I won't even ask when and where you're planning to step into. The world you live in is something else entirely. Okay, I believe that... Oh, we have a shadow here. What is this? Oh, this is bad grief, yeah. What is it you want? The living are waiting on you, and you're rummaging about by the graves like some petty snake. Are you grief shadow? Why are you here? Where else am I to go? After that, you cling harder to those dearest to you. In some other life, grief would have said to Lara all he meant to say, but not this one. Not this one. In this one, he only sits at her grave, even in death. I can't stop thinking, was there some way to save them? Both Griff and Lara are able. Could I have kept them from dying? I guess we'll never know, because I'm not going to play this a second time. Not because the game is not good, but because I don't have time, unfortunately. I have a lot of other games to play. Alright. Oh, I have another visit here. Okay. Yeah. It's here. Oh, wow. Okay.
Put my trust in paw, claw, and whisker. Not you, Drifter.
I'm not bad now, just a quarter of bear again, but that's still a heck of a lot. You're no quarter of anyone, you're your own person, Sticky, a whole human being. That's what I'm saying, he's Bear and I'll be like him. Bear is strong, he won't leave us, he's a warden now. They'll tear down the tower and Bear will save everyone. You too, me too. Your Burak is everything. Bear, warden, savior, are you a jack of all trades?
Yargachin.
Hello, one
Still
last hello.
self-taught.
What's with the dancing? What are you celebrating? My finals come, my people have taken me in. When the music goes quiet, I won't be the man you knew. Not a sergeant, but a Menku. Not a half-blood from a lost little town, but a warden of the king. Are you happy? Is that what you wanted? That's what I could do, and what I had to do. The king stands fast, and yet it was melting under the press of the future. I won't let that happen. I know the future by sight, and I'll bargain with it. You know, I thought my father's road was calling me, but it wasn't. He had other plans altogether. My own road found me. I'm glad for you. Look me in the eyes. What? So you're not glad for your finale? Victory can be fickle and heavy, especially victory over that. Why do you say that? That you're not glad? I see it. You mourn the cursed tower as if it were alive. And that tower poisoned the town, killed 4 by the 1,000. Now they'll pull it down, and from the blood beneath, it'll make a panacea. I'm not mourning the tower, I'm just tired. Then I'm glad. You didn't yield to the illusion. Beauty snare, asking you to avert your eyes from all the deaths. That's what the tower is. That beauty wasn't worth the plague. Dance myself sore, my little legs ache. Dance and death will pass you by. Is that so? So dancing is a cure for that? While your legs hurt from dancing and there's a song in your tummy, you won't die. What you're doing here, this is literally a feast in time of plague. You outsiders won't understand, we've always been here. It's you who came to breathe our steppe to eat us, but we'll outlast you and out-eat you. We'll be here forever, eating well and living on our own land, and the steppe wind will carry you off like dust. I wish it would carry me off already. I'm tired of all of it. Okay.
Kharish.
I don't know who this is.
Bekhareb.
My son is with his people.
Badojo
And I don't
Bainam.
have long left. Everything comes back around to Suok. So you're Burak's mother. Mother Bodo is Burak's mother. The steppe is Burak's mother. The steppe has 1,000 eyes, 1,000 wombs. From that 1,000 he was born. Haruspex? No, more like a homunculus. Once more in your tongue and for the last time, the king will not be trampled under the Olkimski's boot again. A wise ruler's gentle hands will pull our thread forward. Pray he shows you mercy. You should go back to the steppe. The town is doomed. Alright, I've heard you. I'll leave. Alright. I think I'm done here as well. Oh, I am not done apparently. There are more people that I can talk to here. Just that I don't see them. Where are you sending me? Maybe it's in one of the tents. Nope. Oh, I missed this one.
Mommy used to say a weak calf
I was very
is
sick,
cold,
very hot, my
even
whole
in
body twisting, and then
midsummer.
Bear gave me a little drink made from white blood, and now my body is not weird anymore. Sticky says Bear drew the plague away from me. You believe Bear could cure you of the plague? Bear went down on the ground and became a warden. He'll save everyone now. Anyone he gives blood to doesn't fear the plague anymore. You just have to let the blood come up from the earth. The tower is in the way, it blocks it. I know, Burak is convinced that tearing down the tower will somehow help. I think he's mistaken. Your Bear is a remarkable man. He's done the impossible. I'm willing to admit that he might actually be right. Alright, I think this was it. Yep. Now I can leave. It's already almost 6 p.m. I don't think we are going to finish the game this episode. Where am I going? Come on. The exit is this way. Alright, so the last stop would be here, the train station. Okay, that's annoying.
I want to see everything, even if it's not there.
Yeah, that's the way. Oh, it's Ruben?
Time is of the essence.
Yep. Farewell, Dankovsky. I could see something crude, but I don't want to end on that note. After all, we won't see each other again. What makes you think we won't? The world's smaller than it looks. And why do you think I'm standing here? I've signed out as a volunteer with the army, as a doctor, naturally. Patching men up under shelling is a nobler kind of work than whatever this is. Have you lost your mind? You'll get yourself killed. I talked to the changeling, couldn't kill her even then. She told me she sees my fate. 2 doors, no third. Die a coward or die a hero? I'm not you, Dankovsky. I won't die a coward. Then you'll die a fool. Good luck, Rubin. You'll need it. Have you truly ruled out living? There's nothing noble in death, Rubin. Alright. I think that was it. Yep. I'm going to take the other exit. Alright. I'm going back. Alright.
Forgot that there's so much of the world.
Alright, going to wrap up the episode here. We're going to finish the game in the next episode for sure, because there's nothing else to do. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you in the next episode for the big finale. Take care, bye bye.